Iko Nini.
Iko Nini.
Episode 205. Nikisema like, subscribe, hit the notification button, tell a friend to tell a friend. Na vile unasikia jo, leo pia nimeamua jo kukuja na bibi kazini. Na reason ni kuna vile Ian jo yuko maside za coast akijivinjari. Yeah? Kujivinjari ni kufanya nini?
Who I imagine is like kupigwa na upepo baharini.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I've never cared to know the meaning of that word.
Yeah.
Like which is
muiskiaga nyi mkiitumia sana kwa na assume.
Which is funny because my name is Fatuma. I should know the meaning of that word. Kujivinjari. Si labda napigwa na upepo baharini. Ian tulete maembe. Thanks.
Yeah. Alafu pia nini, the new football season is back. Na hii episode iko brought to you courtesy of DSTV. DSTV, the Premier League, all on DSTV. Alafu kitu interesting ni earlier today I decided to talk to Karo Radul. So niko naongea na Karo Radul because I'm trying to get her on Iko Nini.
Yeah.
Alafu nika find out mi na yeye we have one thing in common. And that is sometimes when we look at the calendar, we plan our calendar around Arsenal games. So kitu ime ilifanya nikakumbuka hii story ni juu back in the year 2015 kabla mtoi wangu azaliwe si nilikasirikiwa juu ya Arsenal.
Like, you know what? I don't understand why you would plan your life around heartbreaks. Like, unajua tarehe 4 naenda kuvunjwa roho. First of all, now in 2023, I don't understand why you would plan your life around heartbreaks. Also, in 2014, man, get your priorities right. In 2015.
Alafu unasikia, that's why like when I was speaking to Karo Radul vile alisema hivo, like you know that weekend Arsenal is playing with me, then I was like damn, I'm not the only one, because hiyo time ulifanya nikakaa ni kama I'm like the only human. Okay.
No, Karo Radul, she's talking about a podcast, yeah?
Yeah.
It's the birth of your first child.
Yes.
Do you see the difference? Can you see the difference here?
I'd never been a dad before.
Yeah,
I'd
but
never
then
met
like
this kid.
meet it with the excitement. How do you plan like Arsenal? Because Arsenal is playing on the 4th, so I have to move my due date.
kile umesahau ni hivi.
Yeah.
So ulikuja ukaniambia due date yako ni 7th of May.
Yeah.
And then what I said was, I hope Arsenal is not playing. Ooh.
Listen. What you said is, if Arsenal is playing, I'll just drop you and then I come watch the game.
Yeah,
I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you said I'll just drop you and then come watch the game. Then I'll come after the game is over.
Then I went and I checked the calendars and Arsenal was playing on the 4th of May. This is 2015. We won that game. Tuko tunacheza na Hull City. Tuliwachapa 3-1. Then on the 7th of May, I was there. I was in the hospital.
Yeah,
and it's like
but
one of the most traumatizing events that I've ever gone through. I
for
keep
you?
telling everyone.
Oh, sorry, you went through labor.
No, I didn't go through labor. Unachiki wewe
Yes.
kama dem
Yeah.
designed to see the whole labor process. Me, I was not designed that way. So now
What
I
do you
decided
mean
to be
you're
a
not
new
designed that way?
I decided to be a new age dad and entered the delivery room. Na
There's
ile
no
kitu
one
nilijionea.
designed to go through trauma.
No, okay, women give birth, sindio?
Yes.
So that pain, it's like breaking 50 bones.
Yes.
It's in your DNA.
Okay.
Me witnessing you going through that suffering is not in my DNA. Na nili witness. Yes, jaisahau hiyo siku.
Hadithi ya umati, what you went through.
Yes. Like how
You've
many
done
men?
it already. You've told the family how you went through that. Have you like, you know the way YouTubers wanakuanga na like, oh, hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about my labor story.
Yeah.
Have you talked about your labor story?
I've not given people my labor story.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah, naeza ifanya.
Okay.
So kama kawaida, so 4th tukashinda, sindio? I think 4th was a good night. Then 5th was good. No, 5th night you started going into labor.
No.
Cause
Kile
nafikiria ni so ni 5th stroke 6th.
No, cause
Tulienda hosi 6th.
yes.
Yes.
So 5th we spent the whole day with Ian on the 5th.
Yeah.
because Ian was there taking photos. And then, 6th in the
Tukadrive.
morning.
Ukaanza kugo into labor, sindio?
Yes.
Alafu mimi on my side nilikuwa nishajua unazaa 7, so I was wondering kwa nini sasa huyu analialia.
Let me tell you guys a story. Mwanamume, I tell him, man, kuna signs I'm going into labor. Then he asks me, unajuaje? What is going through your head when you're asking that question, unajuaje?
I think ni vile tu nimesema, like I think around your time, because ulikuwa just about to give birth, I was scared in my own way. This is the first time I'm becoming a father. Of course it was the first time being a mom, but ilikuwa like I was scared. And then of course the 4th tulikuwa tumeargue juu ya Arsenal, and so now ikafikia time. So I think on your 5th/6th morning you start complaining very early. Then nakumbuka by the time kuna kupeleka hosi ilikuwa around saa 7 ulikuwa umejam.
Because how can I start going into labor at 3 a.m. in the morning?
Oh, it was 3?
Yeah, it was 3 a.m. in the morning.
I was asleep.
Yeah, and I woke you up. And this dude decides to take a shower, have a cup of lemon tea. Karibu hata ukuwe na yoga session. Decides to take a shower, have a cup of lemon tea. And then it's like, okay, now we can go. Like, what?
Yeah.
The whole time I was just, because you think you were scared. Me I was terrified, because I was terrified of 2 things. I had watched easy videos, women giving birth. You see, I've never gone through this process.
Yeah.
So number 1, I did not want to cry because I'm a crybaby. Like, I did not want to cry. Yes, I knew I was going to scream, but sikuwa nataka kulia machozi. That's number 1. Also, like, people poop. So I did not want to go through that. And I was like, all in my head, I'm like, I am not going to cry. I am not going to poop. I'm not going to cry. And this whole time, if I argue, it means I'm going to cry. So that's why the whole time I was just like, Zileza, do what you're doing. Like, if it got worse, of course, ningefika hosi on time. But I'm like, just do your shit. Because I'm going through all this pain. I've realized nimekaa sana, but you're going through all this pain, and dude is making lemon tea. Yeah.
Okay. Damn, as long as you don't have bad memories za Arsenal juu that, I'm good. But hey, let me take this opportunity to apologize. But still sasa wacha tuende kwa hiyo, so you went through your stuff, then usiku ikaget bad, because I remember usiku at some point me and Ian left and we went to town, I think, to look for food.
Because I was in labor for too long.
Yeah.
So I remember nilipigia familia simu. Ian was there the whole time, Uncle Ian. And at some point watu tu walichoka wakaishia home. Like, I remember my sister alikaa akachoka akaishia home, Madhe akakaa akachoka akaishia home, and at some point the nurses were telling you guys you need to go eat. Yeah, so
Tukenda town.
what time was that? Like 8?
Yeah, we went to town maybe 10, because we went to town, because I remember tukiwa town there were like some Champions League games that were happening. Then sasa afterwards ndio tukarudi, then at around 1 a.m. she was born.
Yeah.
So and then pia naweza jitetea, you heard about the kid who was named Lanesra.
Yeah, that story of Lanesra, and then the mother realized 8 years later that it's Arsenal backwards. But hakuna kujitetea, ungejitetea, because the good thing here is that we had a list of names where you had to choose.
I'm just saying, like, it could have been worse for you, because sasa ingekuwa like, you named her Lanesra, I had to go through that.
Ujaluo ingepop hapo. Ingeitwa Arsenal Atieno. Double A.
Arsenal wagaina kosa heshima. So this is how the Premier League is back. Now is I watch all the 380 Premier League games on DSTV. The Premier League all on DSTV. Now of course pia utapata kina La Liga, Champions League pia inakuja. Arsenal tumerudi after some time. So what's your feeling on that, kwanza? The fact that Arsenal is back in the Champions League?
I think you're asking the wrong questions. Tungoje kwanza Karora Dula akija hapa tu tumuulize.
See, the reason why I'm asking is, anaonaga sometimes when I'm watching Arsenal, and we get beaten, you say that I go through this.
Yeah, as in it's from a person who is not a football fan. It's so weird watching men go through this, and watching people go through this. Because kuna times najuanga like your mood is going to be set depending on Arsenal. And even my boss, like I know mood yake is set depending on what Tottenham do. So I know I'm going to have a bad weekend or a good week depending on like football. And I don't understand, like if it breaks your heart that much, si wacha tu watch, like upatie your heart some break. You can decide to watch cricket ama basketball.
Yeah, I think in vile tu umesema, this is a conversation to be had with Radul, not you.
Yes.
Because we're uko serious.
But it's good when you see wacha tumsidanganye just apana, football is not my thing. Football is not my thing. Unaona vile Premier League ilianza, and then people were handing over DSTV remotes, like wives were handing remotes to their husbands. There were ceremonies in some houses. I feel like this is one of those households. Ni vile tu kukuwa na hiyo ka ceremony kakupatiana remote. Cause I don't care about what happens in football.
Najuaga. And sa kuna watu kama sisi wale umesikia even the nini waga kata hii kuna vile umedecide kunifikisha, unajua ka holiday fulani na yote inashindwa sasa Arsenal tena miss game ya Arsenal yani. Unajua but we are coming back just on time for the Arsenal game. So and I'm hoping this season inaenda kuwa tofauti, unajua.
So you're still hoping for the league? Okay, so what are you hoping for this time? Do you want to win the league? No, not want to. Are you hoping to win the league ama top 4?
Hoping to win the league. Tulikuwa top 2. So I'm hoping like a miracle happens. Haaland gets injured. And Manchester waendelee kuchoma picha, because watu waliwatch game ya Monday ya Manchester waliona the fact that they conceded a penalty that was not given, because that's why they're called Manchester United, if you heard about that. The joke. So wali concede pena haikupatianwa. So na hope like they won't be top of the game, and I'm hopeful that maybe sisi tuta perform better. But shida yetu ni from the first game what I watched, I think the Arsenal of old is back. Alafu the Arsenal
what
of old... What
do you mean Arsenal of old?
Is the Arsenal that used to participate in the Champions League and we'd get whooped like 5-1. You remember those, like, because you've seen me go through all these stages of depression. And you remember like when it's time for the game, I'll be there in front of the TV. I'm there like, yes.
Mbona umesema 5-1 hujasema ile ingine ya zile bao zingine?
Gani? 8-2 hatukuwa tumemit.
Okay.
Yes, the worst ilisha happen after to meet ni 6-0 Chelsea.
That time I was supporting Chelsea when I thought I knew football. And I couldn't even celebrate.
Because bibi lazima afuate bwana.
Please.
Sini story gani?
Please.
So pia wachanua juu ya GoTV, lakini before ni wachanua juu ya GoTV, wacha tuendelee hapa, wacha tucheck story kadhaa zile zimehappen. And the first story ni Easy Coach has banned fish transportation in its buses. How after kunijua miaka yote, how do you think I feel about this?
Ni samaki peke yake zimekuwa banned? Ama kuna samaki and other goods? Because maybe it could be chicken, samaki, and ama it's just fish. Why? Did they give a reason why?
I think because the whole bus ends up smelling like Obambla.
I mean, to some extent naelewa, like if you're traveling in a hot bus that smells, naelewa. But vile unaniangalia.
It's your opinion. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah,
you're entitled to it.
Yeah, but naelewa, imagine traveling in a hot bus, ile kuna joto bala, alafu some windows are not even open, you're not even seated on the window seat, na mwenye ameketi kwa window seat amekataa kufungua dirisha, anasema atashikwa na pneumonia, alafu kuna hiyo harufu inakuchapa proper. From all the way from Kisumu to Nairobi. How is that experience for you, man?
Because sisi hatukuchagua kuwa wa Kenya, tuliambiwa na mkoloni nyinyi ni wa Kenya kutoka leo na pesa yote iko Nairobi. Sisi tunatoka Kisumu kuja kutafuta.
Sasa lazima ubebe samaki zako.
Si ndio?
Kwani Nairobi hakuna samaki? Si kuna samaki Gikomba, unaenda unanunua za kwako. Hapa Nairobi West kuna samaki.
Unajua samaki ya Ocha? Inakamkaa tayari shaombewa. Yesu, basi ametengenezwa. Ulipatia watu? Ulifeed watu na samaki wawili, mikate 5. Samaki ndio. Yeah. So after that prayer, then you pack the fish. Yeah, alafu unajua mostly, at least when you are transporting it, mostly inakuwaga isha ninio.
But bado kuna harufu.
Ile harufu waga mbaya ni omena. Apart from omena kuna ile, I think it's called obambla. Ile sasa imedraiwa. You know, like that dried fish, it smells bad. So waga ni vizuri ikirapiwa, yani irapiwe ile nini sikueta na space kidogo ya harufu kutoka. So I understand one
side. Because I'm thinking of samaki za kwetu. And I remember one time my dad coming back from Mombasa, and he brought dried pieces of shark.
Yeah.
Yes. Papa, yeah.
Okay.
Na that time he brought it, there was no smell at all, because imekuwa dried, it shouldn't have any smell.
You've not seen the opportunity of the Ian joke.
Gani?
Papa alileta papa.
Okay, that's a good one.
So the papa was brought.
Yeah, but haikukuwa na harufu. I just remember the taste ilikuwa very salty. Very, very salty. But haikuwa na harufu. So I don't understand if easy dried fish zinatoa harufu wapi.
I don't know is it
kuzinafaa isikuwe na harufu yoyote.
Yeah.
The wet ones, hizi zenye zijakaushwa ndo zinafaa kuwa na, some smell.
Okay, I don't know, because omena waga ziko dried and omena stink.
Yeah.
Nacheki, like omena, like I love omena, but I love it in that Ocha setting. Staki we have in Nairobi, especially like in a small whatever house
apartment.
Yes, the kitchen and the living room are super close. Najua ile Ocha inakuwaga jikoni yuko pale, nyinyi mko hapa.
Alafu ziko detached.
Yeah.
Jikoni yani iko yenyewe huko pembeni, and then main house iko at a different place.
Yeah, alafu pia nini kila watu wajuagi ni si waga tuna argue na wife hapa juu ya who does fish belong to. Now,
which one is bigger? Which one is bigger, you guys?
Yes.
The lake or the ocean?
Yes, the ocean.
Naomba tu mnielezee ni wapi kuna samaki zaidi, like
lakini,
the lake or the ocean?
E country who's associated with fish?
Which one is bigger? Which one is bigger? The lake or the ocean?
It's the ocean.
Yes.
Jakata. Lakini nani anakuwaga associated na fish?
We eat sharks.
Yes.
We eat even sharks.
Fish. That's not fish.
That's a fish. We eat sharks. So we eat all types of
even
fish.
Like the greatest shark story ever given is about a Luo in Mombasa. It's not even about a Mombasa person. Ujaisikia gaila?
No.
There's a Luo guy who went for holiday. Hizo masaiza Mombasa. Na mpenzi wake mzungu. Yeah. Alafu wakiwa wakaenda swimming na mpenzi. Alafu vile walienda swimming na mpenzi wakapata zile hisia, damu ikachechemka kidogo. Alafu ule mzungu akaamua sasa ni wakati wa kumpatia ile unongo zile gari za Laikipia.
Zipi?
Zile BJ50. Yeah. Sasa akaamua ni time ya kumpatia moja peke yake, because 50 haziwezi kwa mingi. Then wakiwa kwa ile harakati shark ikaanza kukuja. Alafu the Luo guy wants the girl to stop. So the girl is continuing, the white girl. The Luo guy goes, "Suck!
And she doesn't have that.
Yes. So let's just say the Luo guy survived, the girl didn't. Yes, so hata story yenyu ya we own that
because as
story.
we conquered, yeah, no one dies. As we see it, we see food.
Yeah. But now unaona like even the greatest story ni sisi, so sisi ndio hata umechiki vile saizi hizi coach wameban. Kwani umesikia kani nini wameban akina nyinyi unaitwa mash cool. They have not banned because it's not
Tunakuja
an
na
issue.
nazi zetu na maembe yetu tuko sawa.
Cause ampendi samaki
Alafu naleta
hivyo.
watu wa bara achari na mabuyu.
Achari nini? Achari nafikiri nakumbuka. Achari nini? Unajua?
The dried mangoes.
Dried mangoes.
Yeah.
Akusikila watu wajui ni hapa kwa nyumba yangu kuna saa zingine especially when the mother-in-law is around and the two sister-in-laws, alafu Kiswahili anze kuongelea hapo mpaka mufil kama mjaka nikaa nafaa kucomplain. Lakini sasa hii ni madhara gani nafanyika kwa huyo nyumba? Nasikia vitu kama finya huyo upele. Alafu ile ni mnaitaga nini? Kinu. Sio nini? Leta kinu na kituangio. Hausa hiyo ufiti when your mom is around. Stories za kitchen waganimia. Hata nikitrai kuguza hiyo mama anazusha.
Kuna time ulikuwa so overwhelmed na Kiswahili.
Yeah.
My mama akakwambia hujambo ukajibu hujambo.
You see? Kiswahili sanifu. Kuna vitu watu wengi wanaga kwa what is it called? Kwa vitabu.
Yeah.
Zile mi uzi experience. Vitu kama on a random day shikamo. Like do you know the last time niliandika shikamo? Ilikuwa kwa kitabu like shikamo.
You see,
Marhaba.
I remember the way we were raised, hakuna venye ningesalimia any older person differently.
Yeah.
So like hata vile we grew up in Rongai, in the neighborhood that we grew up in, I had to greet all our neighbors like that, shikamo. So I remember nikiambia my neighbors shikamo, ananiambia shikamo sana or shikamo mzuri sana. Like I went through that, but my mom would whoop us. I go nisalimie mtu nimwambie sasa who is that? Is it your age mate? We'd get a whooping. But yeah, shikamo is so normal to me. I don't feel like it's hata sio Kiswahili.
It was good
normal.
till Gengeton came.
Yeah, nataka ushikamo.
Apart from kushikamo, ujesikia? Nishikambo mara 7.
Ish.
Yeah. Yeah. Gengeton. Yeah, the new generation. Okay.
For real? Ama you're just making up?
Yeah, sikiza ngoma. It's story mingi.
Okay.
Yeah, so simona like history ya nini easy coach kuban fish mi nafikiria tunafaa kuitoa. Hii ndio time sasa ya the Luo Council of Elders to come out. Like what is this kind of discrimination? What is this? Alafu kuena kamjaka kanali hapo wanatuonea wamekatana urais.
First they came for our presidency.
Yeah.
Now they come for our fish.
Yeah.
And we don't say nothing. See? What's next?
Because kitu interesting.
Yeah.
One of the most famous Moses Kuria quotes inakuaga.
Yeah.
Dhamaki ne wito, dhamaki ne shiao.
Now we've taken both.
Yeah, and we are not going to stand for this. Yes. So tukitoka hapo this is a story that's going to affect you. For me also to a certain degree because of promoting Iko Nini, but otherwise on a random Tuesday I'm not that person. And that's Speaker Wetangula has received a petition to ban TikTok in Kenya. You are one weird person if you come to TikTok because you get your news from TikTok. I get my news from Twitter. You get your news from TikTok.
Yeah, I get all my news on TikTok. I watch full movies on TikTok.
Yeah,
you understand? Yeah. Like today I watched a whole episode of House on TikTok. I'm a TikTok addict. Creating content on TikTok is so heavy for me, but consuming, I learn the most random shit. We all follow News Daddy, and now that Kina BBC are scared of how, like traditional media is scared of how TikTok is taking over. Because you see, you have this full media production houses with more than 500 employees being taken over by some one dude sitting in their living room who informs more than 10 million of his followers, because he has 10 million followers on TikTok. And that's where I get all my news. Like this American wildfires, that's I learn from there. Even Kenyan news, like I will see some random white lady delivering Kenyan news, and that's how I learn of my news. So banning TikTok,
yeah, wanataka kuban TikTok, and I think wanasema reason ni upotevu wa nidhamu.
Yeah, upotevu wa nidhamu. But
yeah. So what happens is I think kuna siku moja ulitupata hapa as the weekend update, guys.
Yeah.
And akina Rapture were talking about it.
Yeah.
I remember you ass was laughing. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Remember what they were saying?
Rapture is a funny dude.
Yeah, what they were saying about how it reaches a certain time and girls just go on TikTok. Yeah, to display themselves. So I think you and your gava in a try to fight.
All I remember is Rapture saying, Tumamia. Tumamia.
You got tumamia nitoe suruali.
Anyway, Kenya has never been that country of morals the way we think. Unajua, so just because there's some few girls on TikTok, I don't know. I've never seen these lives actually. Sijawahi ziona.
Haukusikia Ian vile aliklik alafu karibu viongo.
Yeah. Viongo karibu. Anyway, I've never seen them. But we can't say sijui moral values. Like it's such a sad state where the worst can be going on in our countries. Our leaders silence. People could be dying of hunger. Silence. Funds are being stolen from schools.
Yeah.
Silence.
Yeah.
TikTok. Our morals. We will not stand for this. It's just bullshit. And it's one of those things where, remember the way when social media first came, it was met with so much opposition, right? And people were like, I just stick. Like, we can put rules and whatever. And it's the same thing right now that we are seeing with the rise of AI. And people are saying, like, whatever. Lakini, kuna venye, you can't pin everything on quote unquote, and I put this in very big quotes, African morals, There's so much more to TikTok than that, and it's not just TikTok. There's another sad story that happened. There's a dark side of social media and there's a good side of social media.
Yes.
If you saw the Romanian boxer who murdered his wife on Instagram Live last week.
Yeah, siku check your story.
Yeah.
Instagram Live?
Yeah, on Instagram.
Oh.
He went on live and he has 12,000 followers. And I think either he has 12,000 followers or 12,000 people were watching at that time, one of the two. And he's putting his phone on live and he goes and he says, you see what you've made me do? And you can hear their baby crying in the background.
Yeah.
Then he pans the camera to his wife and her face has been smashed in. Like it's terrible. And it's gruesome where he shot her on the live. And then he goes ahead and shoots 2 more people as he's trying to run away from the police. Kills his daughter again.
Yeah.
It was terrible last week.
Oh, your stories
TikTok, man. TikTok news. Umeiona?
Okay, ilikuwa ni Bosnia.
No, Bosnia. Yeah.
A Bosnian man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like hata ukiban moja, labda ukiban moja, ban zote. You can't just say TikTok peke yake. There's a negative side to everything.
Yeah.
To everything.
So uko sure alikuwa boxer ama ni Bosnian? 'Cause
boxer.
nacheki,
I know he was a boxer.
he was also a boxer,
Yeah.
because the man in Bosnia
Yeah.
killed his ex-wife.
He owns a gym or something.
So
Yeah.
alinini ex-wife wake in the northeastern Bosnian town of Tuzla, but apart from that akadedisha watu wengine watatu.
Yeah.
Akaundu wengine before the nini lakini so nasema namtafuta nakwana nasema he took his own life because okay, he took his own life afterwards.
Committed suicide.
Yeah, afterwards. Okay, this was in Bosnia. Okay, sikuwa najua hiyo story.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The cry of a child nearby can be heard in the video.
Yeah.
So lakini you don't have more details on what had happened between them?
No.
Okay, nini. So this happened last week, Oh, Alpha, I don't think the AI is that bright. Like before it's flagged.
Yeah. Because you know, when it's a pre-recorded video, it's different. But when it's live, sometimes it's, you know, na kila mtu siku hizi anakuanga Instagram live. Watu wakiboeka kidogo, niko live. Oh, I'm meeting with my friend, niko live. Nikienda concert, niko live. Kwa hivyo, like, getting the AI to notice something is terribly wrong.
Okay. This was in Bosnia. That was wow. That was some scary stuff. Funny enough, sikuwa nimesikia. So you only find out on TikTok news.
Yeah.
So now,
News Daddy.
Wetangula, your message to Wetangula ni?
There's a good side and a bad side to everything.
Yeah.
And on this story of TikTok, the good outweighs the bad.
Yes.
How many content creators are growing out of TikTok? How many hits are being made from TikTok? You know, like songs that were forgotten are being revived because of TikTok lives. TikTok sounds. And then there's musicians, there's artists, there's comedians, even like stand-up comedians who are just growing their art on TikTok. And then there's us who just find out our news on TikTok. So like the good outweighs the bad. And as I've said, ukiban moja, ban zote.
Yeah.
Because evil or negativity can be found in any of these apps. Yeah.
Funny enough, Twitter wagawas.
Yeah.
Twitter jokoigi ate ban violence.
Yes.
So like one of the worst videos nishaiona. I think ilikuwa ile time ya Cameroon. There was this war in Cameroon katikati ya the Anglo and the French speaking.
Yeah.
Where is it the English speaking on Anglo?
Yeah.
Okay, there's that key, whatever.
Speaking, yeah.
Yes. So and it was bad because nakunga nikiona dem flani. Like what I saw happening to her, I can't even repeat.
Yeah.
And she ended up just losing her life. Paka, I reported the video because it was just being retweeted. Ilikuwa kabla Elon Musk. Nakunga niki-report your video. And so when you report, the first thing I think they do is they ban it from your side.
Yeah.
And then later they send you a message on Okwambia, like to me pull down. And so it was that bad. So TikTok wagana hiyo, and Twitter pia ndo nilidiscover nini. So kuna those two Kenyan adult actors, the ones in the US.
Yeah.
I discovered one hapo too. You're like, so my name is, I come from the tribe of the Kikuyus. You saw her?
No, I don't know.
Wags, some girl. She's like, hey, Kikuyus. And then unashtukia, whoop! Mimi kama Mkristo nilikuja hapa mimi kama Mkristo nilikuja hapa Twitter kutafuta maombi, si hapana, sijakuja kuona sehemu nyingine.
Because kuna mtu alisema like TikTok Twitter is so risky, you can't even just be scrolling on a mat. Because just the most random shit will appear on your timeline and you can't explain it like by the way missy pervert imekuja tu yenye like you know.
So kuna hiyo nini like also reminds me like one of the saddest stories nishaiona kwa social media is when OnlyFans started. There's this girl who was my friend on Facebook. She opened her OnlyFans. Alafu alikuwa na post to teasers hapo wanaambia watu wa join.
Yeah.
And it's like people never joined because then she just disappeared. And because unajua OnlyFans pia inakuwaga more successful for white girls than. Najua hivyo?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
nyinyi
I
mnakuaga
am so stingy with my money. Like I would want to subscribe to something, but I'm so stingy with my money. Like I'm like I can't pay for one particular whatever.
yeah. Like white girls make so much money from it, like even white transgender men which is basically like wase wako na matiti bado wanatengeneza domop kushinda madema black dudes are just not on nini only fans tukitafuta madem.
I think black people are just stingy with their money. You understand? Like, but not really. I can't generalize like that because at the white creators who are getting a lot of subscribers like that, sio wote of the followers and the subscribers that are the same race as them. Yeah.
But
Sio wote.
kuna hiyo nini like the world, the present world, the standards of beauty zinakuaga around vile mademo white wanaka. Sa shida ni mademo white on the other side wanaangalia mademo black. So now wameanza hizo kufanya
lip fillers and all that.
Kuongeza rasa huko nyuma. So kuna hiyo nini but like madem wa white, they're the ones who earn the most money. They come to story ya nini alafu afterwards ni hizi marace zingine zote cause unajua like out of hizi races zote so the black people are like the most different unajua hivyo sisi cause wale wengine inakuaga like it's basically the same person just different language. Like you have Arabs wale ni very light skin who are bordering on the other side. Hiyo ndio shida huwa hapo. So okay so TikTok utaki baniwe
like nitatoa news wapi?
Because mimi of course I'm always anti-banning anything. Let people choose whatever they're going to choose, wacha watu wa watch alafu
that's what I'm saying. Kama unataka ban zote
okay kama unataka ban zote okay na lakini Hawaii fires si ban zote okay because history ya Hawaii fires kwa watu wajui kitaka kujua ilikuwa imekuwa affect. Remember the you had to make me watch
because the first time I saw it I saw as the fires were burning and the fires were moving so fast that you know the way you just think it's a fire, I'll run away and stand where there's no fire, but there's nowhere for you to run to. And everything is on fire. The roads are on fire, the cars are on fire, the houses are on fire. Everything is on fire that people had to run and jump into the ocean to save their lives. And to me, because I don't understand wildfires, I won't come here and pretend like I know how they work or how whatever. I'm worried because the one thing that you keep hearing over and over again is it's because of global warming. So global warming ina happen kila mahali. It's not like it's just in the West, even huku. So does it mean at some point in Africa we'll also start getting wildfires? Because here in Nairobi, niambie mimi mtoto wa kazungu naenda kurukia which ocean am I jumping into? Because you understand Hawaii is good. They were lucky because they were not lucky because a lot of people died, but the ones who survived were lucky because they got to jump into the water. There was nowhere else to go.
Na kuna wengine wali jump when it was too late pia. Bodies ended up.
Because of the smoke, because of the ashes, because of all that. And to me it's so worrying because
na understand naelewa alafu because inasemekana ni most probably it's like a live active power line. And then there was the drought. So there was huge drought na nini that
and
mixture.
the strong winds.
So strong winds knocked out the wires. Wires zikaspark kwa hiyo alafu but wildfires are very common huko kusata California. Remember nini za California? So kuna zile disaster you look at them and you're like thankful that they don't happen in Africa because there's no way we'd recover. Because corruption, the amount of money that corruption takes away from the system, if you are to add like more natural disasters,
then we're done.
It's very sad. So na hope those are one of the things we just hope they stay the same. Of course global warming is real and but now there are conspiracy theorists who don't believe it's real.
Of course.
So like we'll have the whole thing.
You know, like right now it's very hot, yeah? And I'm sure in December, especially in the West, when it's winter season, it's going to be super cold.
Yeah.
December and January. And then people are like, if global warming is happening, why is it so cold? Why is it snowing right now? And you're like,
Yeah, people expect vitu
zikuwe moto the whole time.
Yeah.
That's not what's happening. Yeah. We get extremes of everything. Like right now they're saying in October we're going to experience El Nino because of global warming, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This time it's because of global warming. Because we had it in 1997
Yeah.
hapa Kenya. El Nino.
Was it 97 or 98?
I think it was 97.
8.
Yeah.
That I remember. Was it?
Okay, wacha tuangalie.
Hey, fact checker guy. Okay,
El
so
Nino, Kenya. Wacha tuone when the last time it happened. Which year was the El Nino rains in Kenya? 1997. Nikiambia mtoto alikuwa 6 years old anatry kunicorrect. Yeah? You are 6. You don't even know where the road was. Alafu hapo kwa hapo na argue na mimi. Because remember like the way you say I normally remember stuff depending on other stuff, especially music.
yeah.
There's a hip hop album that came around the same time. When it was El Nino. Ilikuwa
Same. It was also called El Nino.
Yes. Def Squad. Let me see when this came out. I think it came out like 2 years later, but I could remember like these people are calling the album after something that has already happened. So the album came out in 98. Yes, but El Nino ilikuwa 97. Yeah. So that's the time it happened. Yeah. So tukitoka hapo wacha nini the funny thing about you is like you love listening to crime stories
Yes.
and crime podcasts.
Yes.
And now I don't know woi penda kusikia hizi story kusata ushanipatiaga some horrifying stories that have happened in Kenya.
Yes.
Zile umewatch.
Yes.
TikTok ya Inoro.
TikTok, yeah.
Ya Inoro.
Inoro Kameme, I don't know, one of the two. Yeah.
So now there's a story that's coming soon on one of them. Because in Gatondo, residents are living in fear after 4 men were beaten to death by an unknown assailant. So it's a place called Gashogi Gorongo. In Gatundu, people are living in fear after 4 men were attacked and killed by an unknown assailant. Ilifanyika this Monday. So mse alisurvive ni mse anaitwa Tobias Wanyama. So Tobias alikuwa anasema that he met someone. This person asked him for 10 shillings. This was around 8:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Alafu akamwambia Z. So, you know, like 10 bob, I have use for my money.
Yes.
I'm going to buy my own food. Then he says that he woke up in hospital. So him is the lucky one. Because he woke up in hospital and inasemekana he had serious injuries. But now 4 men with similar injuries wali die. Na inasemekana the death was caused by a blunt object. So this is happening in Gashugi.
So these men died different times, different days, same nights.
Yeah, and all
were they together?
Injuries. He attacks
separate
moja. So he's like a serial rungu guy.
Yo. Okay. Okay, so to address this, why do I watch serial killer stuff? I mean, it's like it's in every woman's DNA to watch this, right? Miss Junta explain aje. In my head, it makes sense. I need to know why they're doing it. I need to know who they were in life. Because there's this fact that I saw somewhere as a child. I think I was 12, 13, and I've never forgotten, is in your life, especially if you live in a busy city, you meet 7 murderers in a year. You don't know they're murderers, but you've met at least 7 every year. And that fact to me was just out of this world. Like, what do you mean 7 every year? Yeah. So like, I remember that time I would go to like Tao with my mom, and I'm just looking at random people in town. I'm like, are you one of the 7? Are you one of the 7? Because I just don't understand how this works. And there's stories, there's the popular stories of this famous serial killers and all that, and then there's this stories of some twisted people, and you get to know how dark the world is. So that's why I watch this. Like the ones I've watched in Kenya, where some people just decide, what, today I'm going to off my kids. Or today I'm going to that dude who used to take people's blood, alikuwa anaitwa nani? The Kenyan vampire.
What the hell was his name? Something. Okay, let me check it. The Kenyan serial killer. So you remember I told you like the most twisted stories. He killed a friend of mine's sister. Nilikwambia gay story.
I think you told me.
It was called Onyancha.
Onyancha.
And if I'm not wrong, he's free right now.
He is? What the hell?
Yes. I think he was released. He was released if I'm not wrong. Wacha to check. Self-confessed serial killer Philip Onyancha freed for lack of evidence. Unachiki, this is the story that's just nini. That's so
higher. And then this other one who's just walking freely. This other one who has offed 4 people. Ameshikwa.
He's still on the run, so he's still on the loose. So saizi, this is, the sort of conversations now wives are very happy having their husbands. Unajua vile mnakuaga twisted.
Unarudi nyumbani mapema.
Ukienda kukunya, acha takagwa rugu.
Unajua kuna that content creator, I don't know his name, the one who does Kenyan wife versus Ugandan wife versus Tanzanian wife, so like he should do one when the man is leaving to go out. The way he's so disrespectful with the Kenyan wife. and she would tell the husband, enda tu huko ukalewa ukutane na marungu huko.
So itakuwa niyo. Alafu pia lazima ukue fit.
But now if this other dude, the survivor, didn't see it coming, you understand? So sio eti aliona mzee anakam aka whatever.
Alafu just walk around with 10 bob. You never know. I know.
But do you think
joke about that, but
no, but you think this person with such a twisted mind, ukimpatia hiyo ashu atakuacha uende?
I think so.
I don't think so. I've watched too many stories to know. They just want to engage with you in any way. As soon as ameku slow down, ameku distract, now they get to do their thing. Your 10 bob sio eti ukiwa na 10 bob you're safe. You see the good thing about watching these documentaries.
Okay, mimi sasa mimi unajua kile nimelearn kutoka kwa foreign nini, I'll be like a white girl. Just have my pepper spray. Nataka kala guy mwafuna kujua iko nini buda, niko like niko nafikiria jo unadai ya shoe.
But sizo vitu ni illegal Kenya.
Pepper spray you can still but pepper spray even if it's illegal when unaonaga ukipika nini unapenda pilipili hata kuniambia tu nini pilipili vizuri ni kwa kijaka nitangwa kuchwako like if I was to boil pilipili alafu niweke kwa kale ka kitu, so it becomes my own pepper spray so it's literally pepper spray.
It would
still
be
spray. Nasty.
I
even
think
nastier
so.
than the
I'm not sure, but
I'm sure.
we should find out the ingredients of pepper spray.
Because kile mujua ni vile musikia mkisema at least inakuwaga like if you eat chakula ile kona nini mob pilipili mob hata ile time ya
you feel it on your on the way in and on the way out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
So yes, that means na boil tu alafu niko iko nene buda hizo ndio macho utumia YouTube isa buda
you know like because I'm thinking also I grew up in Rongai in the 90s. That place was a dangerous place.
Yeah.
So nakumbuka kuna time there were rumors of some 2 dudes who are robbing people. So I remember there's a time, yani hata mkitembea tu wawili and someone sees you and people start panicking and running. But this one, if this survivor says, aliona hiyo rungu, hakuona rungu, didn't see anything coming.
The guy showed him, alimwomba 10 bob. So he saw that, but he didn't think anything of it. Unajua zile za...
But hakuona weapon.
Like, okay, so this is what he said. Huyu kijana tulipatana na yeye akaniitisha shilingi 10. Nikamwambia pesa yangu yote imeshikana naenda kununua chakula. Sikuenda hata steps 2. Okay. Oh, he claimed that the stranger then attacked him at around 8:30 p.m. Hitting him on the head with a stick-like object. Cause alisema he had been approached by an unknown person brandishing a large baton and demanding.
So he was brandishing.
Okay,
10 bob so that's a good thing because now you know.
Yes. Tengeza tu pepper spray yako tu wewe mwenyewe uende tu pale kwa supermarket ununue brut jengele perfume inaitwa brut.
Yeah.
Alafu naichukua na imwaga uko like wewe siwezi nuka kama wewe kinza niokolea maisha. Unachua kwa pepper spray. Atembea tu nayo tu usipoji-identify as iko nene.
So unataka watu watembee tu wakisema iko nene.
See, if you're approaching me, you better say iko nene for me to know you're peaceful. Otherwise be like iko nene. Kwa like buda jana kwa kutumia super thanks kwa like iza.
Okay.
Okay. So kuna hiyo ile like but it's so scary because you try and imagine cause rural areas, I don't know, have this funny relationship in rural areas where I expect someone to attack me from the bush because they're too dark. But then in my mind I lie to myself that rural areas are safer than urban. And you find out
no. Anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. Kuna vile watu husema there's safety in numbers, and if someone is, especially serial offers, in an urban place, sio rahisi for them to get away with it. There's too many eyes, there's too many cameras, there's a lot of ish happening. In the rural place, hakuna CCTV iko tu randomly placed in the middle. Unakumbuka ile video yake na ya Google Maps ikimwingiza kwa mto. Like, you understand, there's nothing there for evidence to be found against them. And also like hiding is so easy, but also even in urban places hiding is also easy, but there it's easier, and stalking someone is so easy in rural areas because it's the same routine. Unajua unatoka hivi ukienda hivi, ukitoka shamba unaenda hivi, ukitoka job you understand, it's almost like it's textbook, like a timetable. But in urban settings, utakuwa umeshikwa kwa traffic, mara sijui uende wapi, mara uende wapi. Like it's not that easy to stalk someone to get their routine. But there in urban, ushago, please. Mtu mpaka anajua ile saa unaenda kuoga, what time you're going to go to the loo. They know it. And
shida wagani, ukisikia bungu ikishake, you don't know if it's a human or an animal.
Yes.
And you don't want either.
You don't want either. You don't want either. If it's an animal...
unatoka tu mbio.
So you think you can outrun?
You can't outrun an animal, but unajua it's just the natural instinct. Nasemaga unatoa ngwech. Unatoka mbio.
Let me give you a funny fact. 7 out of 10 American men think if they fought with their bare hands with a bear, they would win. 7 out of 10.
Okay. I think everyone lies to themselves that you stand a chance.
with a bear.
A bear is big.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just going to throw you down. Then the weight is enough to crush you.
But even the claws,
Mm-hmm.
and you're fighting with your bare hands. Like, how dumb are you? Like,
Lakini aukuona kale kamsee kalikuwa kwa news ka Uganda, the one who apparently survived a lion attack.
yeah. I mean, the
Yeah, those-
adrenaline at that time. Yeah. You
Alafu
understand?
if you
And
can
it's
be able to somehow protect your neck, because it's going to try to go for the
for the
which in some circumstances like that, it's actually you stand a chance of surviving a lion more than a hyena, because a hyena goes for any part,
yeah.
so you can just bleed out. But lion it's trying at least to put you to nini.
Put you out faster.
Yeah, but sasa talking of lions, uliviona lions kwa old neighborhood yako?
Oh, ile video ya Rongai. I mean, mimi nilikuwa nikitoka shule, I mean, nikienda shule asubuhi, the probability of meeting with a hyena was so high. Like,
So it's like Rongai back in the days.
back in the days, uko 90, 95, uko 96.
95 you are 5 years old, uko naenda 96 you are 5 years old, uko naenda chuo peke yako.
Yeah, but see, you're still going with your parents. Hakuna difference ya kumeet hyena ukiwa.
An apparent at least there's a bigger figure for it to,
So like
you stand at a higher chance. Like if right now our daughter is alone huko nje napatana na hyena, at least akiwa na mimi stands a small chance unajua ya sisi kusurvive.
yeah, but
at least
but
ya
if it's
kusurvive.
attacking, it's attacking. It does not matter if it's a grown person or a little child. I get what you're saying, and naelewa, because a child would never know what to do. But if it's attacking, it's attacking.
Because mimi nishajua like solution yangu ya huko kaningekuwa naishi Rongai. It's going to remind people of white supremacy in America. But sasa wewe endelea na nini yako. I was just thinking about walk around.
But nilikuwa nasikia stories za lion. Never saw one. Never like for real ilithibitishwa that kulikuwa na lion. But I used to have this recurring nightmare whereby I'm walking from church, or mostly it was church. I'm walking from church going home, and there's just 2 lions walking alongside me, and I have to either stand very still or run. Of course, you can't outrun them. And those nightmares were horrible. Because, the ones you're just running, and get iko pale but haufiki, you're just running, and it's the same. Unamka asubuhi umechoka, man. I used to have those nightmares of lions, but I never saw them. But hiyo video, and then our tuanishi in a dangerous place. You saw the same video, the same street, the same house.
Kuna
wezi wakaingia.
Yeah.
Like if it's not thugs, it's lions.
Half kitu leni within hiyo lion ni kwani kukuja time ama thing.
Right?
Because if it grabbed a thug, I'd be so happy.
Yeah.
Like I'd be so happy. So now, do you know my solution in nini? Have you ever seen like the way back in the days in America kulikuwaga na like the KKK walikuwa wanatembea na zile matiki torch. So unajua Rongai unafaa kuwa tunayako, lakini unafaa kuwa na kibuyu ya mafuta alafu na nini yako, so unatembea tu nayo tu. Lion ikikuja sana kuichoma tu, because there is no other way you're surviving a lion attack.
But that's worse, because if you're walking at night and then you have a tiki torch, you're attracting all the attention to yourself. Do you know that?
But nene with me and I roast you. I just roast you.
Yeah, but
I stand a chance than darkness nione macho inanimulika, because I don't know, but sinasemekanaga macho za hizo like they actually glow.
You can see them in the dark.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if it's a Black Panther, like Wakanda forever, I'm just Wakandaing forever with you. Like I don't know how to survive that. That's why siwezi ishi Rongai. You see? Unaona? Because when najua like kitu moja ile watu wajuagi, I don't think I've ever told people this on the podcast, but you just live in the most weird places. Have you known that? Like you have a little white girl ndani yako.
No.
Utakaki kukubali.
Siwezi kubali.
Rongai for the adventure, like,
It's not for the
just wake
adventure,
up and
man. I
see
grew
a
up
lion.
there. It's not like I had a choice.
No, but now you've left.
Yeah, I've
Sahau
left.
kabisa. Saizi wewe you can live in Rongai if you had a chance. If like saizi
Nah,
job
traffic.
yenyu
and
ambiwe you can work from home, so you'd live in Ronga vizuri kabisa.
Nah.
Kwa sure? Because you have that little white girl in you.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, okay. At least it's good I'm getting rid of her.
You know that nini ile stand up ya Jay Farrow. The only way I'm like a white girl is vile wanasemanga Brooklyn smiles now.
Oh, yes, hiyo nini. CJ Ferrell. Michael Che.
Oh, Michael Che. Sorry.
Yeah,
Michael Che. Yeah. Brooklyn smiles now.
Yeah.
So
The Ronga is mine.
yeah.
May I hear any wild animal? This is the reason why mean to nikikam to saizi out of just a normal day.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Macarius, you know what? You've won yourself permanent residence in Australia. I'll be like, shit. You know, I'd think about it. I'd be like, where? And then I have to sit down and be told, ni wapi hakuna zile monitor lizards wa kwa wall. Okay. Ni wapi sitapatana na mnyama.
But Australia, the whole of Australia is wild. Have you seen the size of a bat that is as big as a man? Like,
yeah, najuaga. Alafu kangaroos are ready to box with you.
yeah. And do you know, if kangaroos wameshindwa kukubox, what they do is they lure you into the water and they drown you.
Yeah, najua.
And it's just, they are strong as fuck. They just
they
hold
have
you.
biceps.
Yeah.
So like a chest.
Yes. So they hold your head down kabisa until you stop moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. So there's some Australian who found out the wrong way.
Yes.
Damn. Yeah, because they are, it's a very interesting country. You come to wild animals. Let's see. The last story that I want us to check is a very sad story. And this story is from Kakamega. And this story is mixed up with education. So a Kakamega court session was on Tuesday suspended, yes, after a woman turned emotional during the hearing of a case in which 5 teachers are charged with crushing her son's genitals
What
in
the
school.
hell?
In school. So,
1,
yes,
2,
yes,
3, up to 5 grown-ass people
yes.
on a child. On a child. Ni akili wako na akili pungwani ama ni nini? A child.
They're there. Ni zile ujinga za. I think at some point teachers were given too much freedom. Acheki ile like toto wako na tabia mbaya, you can do this, and then they end up taking that freedom too far. Kakamega.
Because I don't understand how. You see, I still don't understand, but if it's one person, I'm like, sawa, it's 5 people. Hakuna hata mmoja wenu alikaa step back akajangalia akafikiria, what am I waiting to do here? Because people were waiting for their turn, right? Because you can't do it all at the same time. So uko hapo tu umengoja. There's not.
Yeah. And most probably they're going to get away with it.
Yes.
Because
of insufficient evidence.
Yes, that's the country we live in. There's always going to be insufficient evidence. And nishapatianaga story how we used to be whooped at school.
Yeah.
This was Olympic Estate. And with Olympic Estate, like we used to be beaten, sindio? So that was nini. But the one thing that stayed with me is there's this one girl. Iko Nini fans washaisikiaga juu dem konitwa Patricia. I've never forgotten her. She was thin, najile thin kabisa. And it's because she was anemic. And there are days she used to miss school. And because they came from a poor family, before she was diagnosed with anemia, she'd just come and say like, I was sick and I was not taken to hospital.
Maskini.
And then she'd end up getting beaten.
Till
the time they came to know that she was anemic. Sindio? And then I remember just one day, her desk went empty and it stayed empty because she passed away.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, that stayed with me. Like I've never, like the way my memory is bad.
Yeah.
And I've never forgotten her name. Like musahau majina za watu. Like even right now there are sometimes meet watu tulikuwa nao kole ama tulikuwa nao seko, and I can't remember, but I've never forgotten Patricia. Yeah. So that was that. You, any horrifying memories of someone who was beaten at school?
Yes, I have several.
Mm.
Like the only reason I think I passed my KCPE with flying colors is because I was terrified of being whooped, and we were whooped. So I'll give two stories. The first school I went to, we had this teacher. He was the vice principal, and he was huge. He was huge, like like huge unene.
Yeah,
The reason
yeah.
nasema unene is because of my second story, and I'll
Unene
explain.
inaonyesha mnono.
Yes.
Sisi tunasemaga mnono.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I remember one time he was mad at something. I don't know what was happening, and the class was being whooped. And you know the way preteens and teenagers can test you. They can test you to the lords, yeah. And some dude did something, I don't know what it was, and this teacher just picked him up from his desk. Maybe he was a small boy, maybe from the midsection of the class, and threw him mpaka mbele, like unajua ile it's like you're watching an animation, ile anainuliwa from his seat, and just he was thrown to the front of the seat, to the front of the class. And I don't remember seeing that teacher for a while after that incident happened, because that kid was hurt, yeah. But thank God he was fine, but aliumia. And I just remember being terrified. I never wanted anything like that to happen to me. I was terrified because I was also thin. I was just skin and bones. I was thin as hell. So ingekuwa mimi nimerushwa huko, ningekuwa nimevunjika mifupa yote, yeah. And that's story number one. Story number two, we also had this teacher who was huge.
Primo bado?
Yeah, primary school. This is not in primary school. He was huge, and sio huge unene, ni huge ule punde si punde mtu amiraba min vile akena. Like he was literally a bodybuilder. He was our class teacher. He was a bodybuilder. He was, unajua, to explain, during the day, he was a teacher. At night, alikuwa bouncer wa club. He was built that way. So I remember he used to teach me GHC. And every Friday we would have this stupid exams. And if you fail one question, you're whooped. If you fail two questions. So depending on how many questions you failed, you're whooped. And I remember we used to be beaten so badly that you can't even walk back home.
That's a kibouncer?
Yes.
Using a stick?
Yes. Anakuja on Friday, amebeba a bunch of sticks. Not just one stick. It's a bunch of sticks. Mnachapwa mpaka ile inaisha. You know the way if you use a stick to brush your teeth, vile inakuaga miche hapo mbele. So chanika hapo mbele mpaka inaisha. Can you imagine a grown-ass person who literally lifts weights for a living, whooping 13-year-old kids like that? I don't get it.
Ofushaisikiga nini, like I think you've seen hizo jokes vile watu wendaga gym, they then after the gym they go looking for fights.
Yes. Yeah, now he looked for fights, but with 13-year-old kids.
Yeah, because and it's what I told you, it's because they can get away with it.
Yeah.
Wanna feel like since neza get away nayo,
yeah,
wacha nifanye ujinga. Otherwise ingekuwa they can't get away with it, ingekuwa nini. Alafu kitu ingine pia inakuaga ni unapata gati watu wanapiga tizi. There are people who take those testosterone boosters.
Yes.
Because they give you more whatever.
Yeah.
But now shida they also push your anger high. That's why like fighting with a bouncer is like one of the last things you should do.
Yeah.
Because you have like 5 of them. Na wote wametumia hizo boosters ama wanatumia steroids. Can get very ugly for you. Yeah, but so this happened in Kakamega.
But I am so sorry for that child. Because he will grow up his whole life with this
one
scar
incident.
and this trauma and this fear, You understand? Because now anything he does is like, my balls will be busted, literally.
By 5 adults.
Hata kuwa na hiyo option ya ku-explore. Every time he wants to explore, he'll remember this one time and he'll be pulled back.
Yeah.
And that's what any child that witnessed that incident will feel. Si aliona mtu fulani akifanywa vile. They can do the same to me and they'll get away with it. Yeah. I am so sorry to that boy. Like, oh my gosh, my heart breaks for that boy. I am so sorry. But justice needs to be done. They have to rot in jail. Because me, if it's my child, by the way, I'll end up in jail. Mimi don't end up in jail. Because if the courts don't do it, I have to do it for my child.
But you see now, shida ya anga waga, if she didn't do it at that point, now she can't do it because anger goes down. As much as she's angry, the anger has subsided. Understand? Because now you also have to live now for your kid. Because what if you go to jail and now the kid maybe has no one fending for him? Because I don't know if the dad is there. But yeah, those are the things. That there's so many horrific stories.
I love with the people who defend these corporal punishments and they're like, see, I went through it and I'm just fine.
Waga ni ujinga.
Ni akili yani zimepungua ama nini? Because I don't understand.
Because if you went through it and you're still fine, inamaanisha you want someone else to go through it because you went through it. That means you've not healed.
You've not healed. You're not fine.
Because I went through it in Primo and I didn't go through it in high school. And I do not want anyone to go through it because I don't think I'm fine. I hated school. Like I used to wake up in the morning and I just knew like today. And I hated school and I was one of like the best performers. So now you can try and imagine the people who used to be beaten because of performance. Because a lot of people walikuwa nachapwa juu ya performance. Kulikuwa na ile like mtu anaambiwa fanya hivi alafu anashindwa alafu they end up being beaten.
Yeah.
So that I can imagine how school was for them. If they do the same things to their kids is cause wanataka. Alafu pia it was a different world pia. Like the new world tumekam ku notice like all these things because our school prepares us for employment. Now it's a whole different world. There's entrepreneurship, there's sports. We've come to learn about sports in ways we never thought was possible. Umesikia hizo masalari za kwenda Saudi Arabia? Kusikia za football. Like even there's this guy called Mbappe. Mbappe was offered 700 million euros for 1 year. Nakakata to go play in Saudi Arabia for 1 year. 700 million euros. Like the whole package walikuwa nasema it was coming to around 1 billion.
The math is not mathing in my head.
In Saudi Arabia, yes. They offered him like because what was happening is alikuwa na anataka kutoka PSG. Yes. Club PSG.
Yeah.
So since anataka kutoka PSG, he has 1 year left on his contract.
Yeah.
And if he stays for this 1 year, PSG is going to lose him for free at the end of this coming season. So now PSG were trying to get rid of him. So they could not get anyone who's ready to pay Mbappe money. Because for even kama iko na 1 year left on his contract, you still have to pay close to 200 million pounds for him.
Yeah.
So the Arabs were ready to pay around 160 million pounds for him. And then still pay him how much? Over 700 million. Let me
so
check.
Like hiyo 700 million sio ile ya kwenda kwa club. It's just his
money.
Money.
Mwenyewe, yeah.
And then why?
I don't know why he refused to ilikuwa ni juu ile nini ilikuwa ni juu ya what is it called, he wants to stay in Europe and play with the best players. So he feels like unajua he feels like akienda huko kuna vile game yake itabaki imeenda chini. So walikuwa ready kumpatia hivyo but akakataa. So right now he's ready to stay huko, but now this is because of football. So now we never thought we've never heard about this when we were kids. Right now we are the parents and we know about this. So you know that if your kid is talented in football, that can change their lives. So the days of beating up kids, because sisi pia like during my time kids used to get whooped kabisa for playing late.
For playing outside.
Playing outside.
Wenzako anasoma huko nje unacheza.
Unabaki umechapwa nini.
Yeah.
So your deal inasemekana ilikuwa ina come to close to $1.1 billion for Mbappe. 1.1 billion.
You see the
So
you see the way I can't play football. You know, I don't even know the rules of football. But for that money, I'd turn to that Somalian athlete. You know, the Kagal who went
like a fat one.
the one who went for the sprint.
End
I'd show up in Saudi Arabia scoring goals against my own team just for 1.1 billion.
Yes.
Yo.
So what was happening was transfer fee ilikuwa inakuwa 332 million. This was being given to PSG. Then he'd get 776 million. This is as a 1 year salary. And then afterwards anaambiwa
hakuna tax.
Where we share.
Hakuna nini.
Hakuna tax.
Zaka.
But sasa France wangekula hii tax. Wangekula at least 45% of it.
Yeah.
But you know it's still a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
For 1 year of football.
Yeah.
And then you go back and play for Real Madrid. Alafu after hii alikuwa nenda akisign after ilikuwa akisign after a certain date. I think ilikuwa August something. He was going to get 60 billion euros from PSG as a kuza may stay beyond a certain time as a bonus, which he's still receiving because bado iko PSG. Alafu aende kule acheze 1 year apata ile 776 akirudi akisign for Real anapatiwa 160 million as a signing bonus. Then mtu anakuambia masomo is the only way. It's not.
It's not.
And so many ways.
I've noticed like the guys who are taught to think inside the box. Unajua hiyo kuchapwa na kuambiwa it's just exams nini. You're taught to think one way. Are really struggling here in life.
Yeah.
You know that, right? Like they could have been very bright students in school, but they're really struggling up and down in life. And the guys who at least, yes, they struggled in school, but they learned how to think outside the box. Ndio hao who they're doing very well in life right now. They're doing very well. Hao watu wenye walikuwa naambiwa hakuna mali utaenda. You've seen the trauma that walimu wa maths wamecause mpaka it's a sound on TikTok. Hapa ni wapi? Hapa ni wapi mwalimu wa maths? You understand? Because a lot of people we were told hakuna mali unaenda, like, you know.
Yeah.
Which is just dumb. You can't tell someone that.
So people end up at least najua but we hope such stories hizi tunasikia za watu kuchapwa chuo hivyo zita reduce. And we have to also say one thing. They reduce starting with the parents. The parents have to also lay it down kuambia mwalimu I've brought you to educate my kid, not to murder them. If kama wezi kukishindwa kumfundisha mrudishe kwangu. Akiwa tu mjinga hivyo, si ndio? Ni sawa kushinda hii like it's some sad
the
stuff.
Trauma that boy is going through. Can you imagine the pain from people who are supposed to protect him? 5 grown-ass people. Me I'm mad.
Pole vile nimedampen mood ya podcast. So hiyo imekuwa ni episode 205. Kama kawaida nikisema like, subscribe, hit the notification button, tell a friend to tell a friend. Tukimalizia ni 205 tukisema Iko Nini.